Hello, and welcome to today's creator contract. No Smoking Colorado, set in Colorado and supplied to us today by yours truly. So moving on to our briefing, short and sweet, it's bad for your health. So moving on to our targets, and today we have 4 of them, along with a free map. And for today's challenge, we'll be starting as the explosive specialist, and we'll be bringing with us a silenced pistol. So right from the start and off the bat, we are going to vacate the explosives tent and make our way over to the lean-to, where we will find right at the back a propane cylinder, and we're going to take that propane cylinder and we are going to deposit it up against a fire barrel or an oil drum over in the junkyard area. So around here you'll find the oil drum. We're just going to throw it at the foot of it, and in a few moments our target, that gentleman over there with the question mark above his head, will come along and he will light a cigarette. I'm going to spare you the fact that he goes to relieve himself first of all. So we're just going to move a nice safe distance away, and eventually he will come along, and after relieving himself he will want a cigarette, and he will then blow himself across the map. So 1 target down with 3 more to go. We're going to make our way now back around the outside of the explosives area, and we're going to head into the shed with the Fruit King logo on the side, which is this one right here. And inside we will find, once we get through the threshold, at the back of the room, a second propane cylinder. So we're going to take this cylinder and we're going to make our way across the courtyard here to the motor pool. For some reason I keep getting stuck in that doorway, I don't know why. We're going to throw our propane cylinder up against the large oil tank, and when our target comes along he will want to have a cigarette. He picks probably the worst spot on the map to have that cigarette, and when he does, he will detonate not only the propane cylinder but ignite the oil as well. So we get a double whammy on that. So moving on to target number 3, and they are located over at the farmhouse. So we need to make our way over there. We're going to go around the outside of the property all the way to the back, where we will find a brick barbecue setup area, and at the brick barbecue itself we will find a propane cylinder just around the back here. And once we have that, we're going to make our way just outside the fence once again, so we're no longer trespassing. And we're going to throw our propane cylinder over yonder at the guard just outside the basement entrance, who you can see is already smoking. This is a tricky shot because it's quite a long range shot, and the propane cylinder does often bounce uncontrollably, but we want to get it just about right, and if we do, our target will go for a flying lesson, and he will end up down in the basement stairs depending where the propane lands. So he's going to be coming to light his cigarette now. His colleague should be just outside of the blast radius, and we launch our target right over that banister and down into the basement. So not too bad of a shot. So our final target is also located at the farmhouse, but we are fresh out of propane cylinders. There is 1 more on the map, but that is located in the firing range, and that is a highly restricted area for which we are going to need a change of disguise. So once again, getting stuck in the doorway, we're going to make our way to the water tower, and in the bathroom we're going to overflow the sink, and that will get the attention of one of the point men. If it's Burgess, the limping point man, we will be able to take his outfit and go straight over there. If it's his colleague, the exact same thing applies. So Burgess has been the one to come over. We're going to let him turn off the water before we pounce on him, render him unconscious and take his outfit, and we are now free and clear to make our way across the map to the big red barn, and in here we will find ourselves the final propane cylinder. And once we have that, we can then make our way back to the farmhouse. Now unfortunately the point man outfit is also not an outfit that is allowed in the farmhouse area, so we are going to have to be a little bit sneaky once again. So once we get into the big red barn, we're just going to make our way around to the wagon wheels. We're going to collect up the propane cylinder and we're going to head out the back of the barn, which will lead us closer to the farmhouse. And just up this side of the farmhouse we will encounter our final target, and they are located just up ahead of us here, and they are literally about to have their cigarette. So we're going to throw the propane cylinder at their feet and we're going to move a safe distance. Now this gentleman didn't even react, he just lit his cigarette anyway, and he blew himself and his colleague almost to bits, and at the very same time nearly got us as well, because I was not expecting him to detonate the propane quite so quickly. So with all of our targets dealt with, all that's left for us to do is to make good our escape, and the nearest available safe exit will be the West Bridge exit. So there we go, one more creator contract taken care of, and we have confirmation all of our targets have been eliminated according to plan, and we get a silent assassin rating. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.